Thought Bubble Audio.
Look, up in the sky.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Welcome to Beer with Geeks with Tim and Frank.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A couple of guys with a couple of beers and a whole lot of pop culture nostalgia.
Make it so, number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Named the dog Indiana.
Life finds a way.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now sit back and crack open a cold one, because it's time for Beer with Geeks.
It comes in paints.
Shaken, not stirred.
Great Scott!
I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Hi, and welcome to Beer with Geeks, where two geeks geek out with beer. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, is my man who finally gets to ask the questions. Frank, how are you today?
I am very inquisitive. I have many things I'd like to ask you.
That's good.
I hope you're ready.
I could be ready, Frank. I'm honestly not sure. The funny thing is, I said the man who finally gets to ask the questions, and what do I do immediately following that? I ask you
me a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, doesn't it though? Oh man, it's the second question of the evening, Frank. What are you drinking?
I am drinking. Tim, I'm breaking the rules tonight. I'm not drinking beer right now. I have run out of beer. I am out of beer in my home right now. The only thing approaching beer is the IPA that I have fermenting in my closet. That I'm.
Oh, you're doing another brew.
Doing another brew. But tonight I am drinking some wine, some red wine. This is 2016 Cellar Cru.
Ooh,
California red wine. I guess it's like a red wine blend. And I am not a wine expert by any stretch, but I do know that I tend to like reds more than whites, and this is a blend from nakedwines.com. They're one of those like box subscription things where you can get a bunch of different wines and sample them. So this is a Cellar Cru California Red 2016 vintage. It's great. I like it.
Oh, that sounds marvelous. Now, Frank, here's the funny thing. I'm also drinking a wine. Hey, here's the funniest thing about it, though. I have no idea what kind of wine I'm drinking.
Awesome.
Because I just grabbed whatever bottle. I wasn't thinking that I would talk about the wine that I'm drinking when I grabbed it, so I didn't think to notate what the brand is. So I'm drinking a white. It's a Chardonnay. It's very good. I can't tell you what the brand is, though. So I'm going to tell you about a beer that I had a while back. You know, get you ready for summer. And okay. And I marked it down so we can. I'm drinking a wine, but I'll tell you about this beer that I had so you can write that down. It is a first-rate Rauchbock lager from the Pipewords Brewing Company. It is a smoky beer. It tastes literally like you were sitting out in front of the fire.
Ooh.
And your beer fell into the fire, and you were able to scoop it back up and then put it in your mouth.
Can I do that?
I wouldn't recommend it, but you can.
Okay.
I mean, I won't stop you.
All right.
But I recommend, number one rule, don't touch the fire.
That's fair.
Yeah, so Pipewords Brewing Company, first-rate Rauchbock lager. That's hard to say. It's got a unicorn on the front, though, so, it's good stuff. 7% alcohol content.
Ooh.
And I don't know where Pipeworks is from, though. Chicago. They're from Chicago.
A grand old town.
Oh boy, isn't it, Frank? It is a grand old town. So it's windy. I've heard. I hear.
That's what they say.
I don't know. I don't know how that fire stays on. It's wind everywhere. So anyway, that's what I'm drinking, and
nice.
It's good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. So but
Tim,
I'm really drinking a wine. But anyway,
you are.
So Frank,
yeah, it's Tim's mystery wine. That's fine. It's a white wine, right?
You can put it in the show notes. You can look at. I'll look at it after.
There we go. So Tim, normally, once in a while we'll do like trivia games, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've done Star Wars trivia a bunch of times. We've done after dinner trivia. We've done Thinking and Drinking, which is not really trivia, but it's sort of, thought starters, conversation starters. But a lot of these games, you tend to have the quiz games and the trivia books, and that tends to be your jam.
That's because I'm dumb, Frank, and so by asking the question, it appears that I'm intelligent and I know all the answers, but in fact, I know no answers.
Well,
so that's the trick.
The tables have turned today because I found, and I can't remember for the life of me who gave this to me or how I came in possession of it, but I found as I was doing some spring cleaning, this Pub Time trivia book. And it is an amazing inventory of incredible knowledge. I wish I could remember, and if a friend gave this to me and you're listening, I'm sorry that I don't remember. But
it wasn't me, so
it wasn't you. I know
my feelings aren't hurt.
But this is a fun little book of a bunch of different sort of random, like pub style trivia questions of a variety of different topics. The categories include animals, arts and literature, famous firsts, food and drink, geekery. Then there's a grab bag of all kinds of stuff. There's movie mania, music to my ears, sports of all sorts, television turn on, and where in the world. So you've got a bunch of different categories.
Wow, none of them about math. I'm on board all of a sudden.
No math, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought I would quiz you for a change.
I would love that, Frank.
Are there any particular I was thinking I'd just sort of go flip through the book and go into different categories.
Yeah, just potpourri this thing.
Okay, that's what I figured.
That's okay.
Any ones you want to stay away from?
If I don't know, I'll take a wild guess.
Cool,
How's
cool.
that?
All right.
We'll do I assume there are choices.
Yes, there are.
Okay.
These are multiple choice. There are 4 choices. I'm happy to read you the choices.
Perfect. I would
down.
say, Frank, also, maybe you should make like a little pencil dash or something. If you're going to randomly flip, put a little dash next to the ones that you do in case we ever do this again. You'll know which ones we've already covered.
You, my friend, are a very smart man. I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to keep score.
Do you want me to keep scores if you're pencil dashing?
Do you want to keep score?
I can keep score.
All right, you keep score. Yeah, you know what that works. I usually keep score when I'm the one answering questions. So we'll put the shoe on the other foot. Okay, let's get down to this.
Let's get down to business.
The only rule is don't Google.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to. I just want to find a good tally keeper or something. Productivity, maybe.
Oh, you're getting an app for this. You're going all.
Well, yeah. I don't have a piece of paper in front of me. It's too awkward to.
I always use a notes app, and I just write down I just keep updating okay, 25 right, 4 wrong, or whatever.
Oh, I was just gonna do a right on tally.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
yeah. That's the way that my terrible mind works.
And a mind is a terrible thing.
Autodesk Sketchbook. That's good.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's gonna take a while to download, Frank. So why don't you just tell me about your life?
So
while this downloads.
About my life. Spending a lot of time. I spent 24 hours without looking at my phone this weekend.
How did that go for you?
Actually, pretty well.
Good.
Yeah, I spent all day Saturday. I left my phone on my nightstand the entire day, and I only picked it up once or twice when I absolutely needed to. I just checked, I did one email and text check during the day just to make sure nothing was on fire. But it actually went pretty well, and I found that to be a very, very good for me. Because then the day after that, I was sort of not craving my phone as much, and I went a good 3 or 4 hours without looking at it, without even thinking about it. At one point the day after that, so it's it's a good reset, good brain reset.
That sounds awesome. I'm glad. Did you read anything super fun while you did that? I
read a giant chunk of the Infinite Crisis Omnibus that you gifted to me for Christmas.
Cool.
I got about halfway through that, and I'm still not up to the actual beginning of the event. That was
wow.
That's still the tie-ins, and I'd read the OMAC Project, but I hadn't read Ranthanagar War and Villains United and some of those tie-ins. that really are very loosely tied in. Like, they really don't have much to do with the event itself.
So loosely.
They're those, like, sort of typical, like, yeah, this is totally, like, this is relevant, but, like,
yeah, no, that's a first time buying comics. You're like, it says tie-in, I have to read it.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so they put it in the omnibus, so I was like, I guess I'll read these. Like, even knowing that they wouldn't be that relevant, I was like, well, if I'm going to read the omnibus, I'll read the omnibus. So, like, I'll commit to this. So
otherwise, you could just read the other. You could just read the regular story.
I mean, I could just read. I would just read the trade if I wanted to just read the trade. Like, I'm reading the omnibus, it's because I want to read the omnibus. So, yeah, so that was cool. I got about halfway through that, and now that I'm that far, I'm like, well, now I want finish it, go the rest of the way.
Right.
So yeah, did that, and I dusted off my old Game Boy Color, and I played Pokemon Red on it.
Nice.
So that was fun, and played with my Game Boy camera.
Oh my gosh, Game Boy camera.
Yeah, I remember Game Boy camera.
I forgot about that completely.
I still had like some of the games that are on the Game Boy camera, like you there's like these characters built into the game, and you put your face on them, like by taking a picture of your face. And my face from like 10 years ago was still stored in there, so that was a trip to like look at it and be like, oh my god, the juggling game still has my young baby shaven face.
That's hilarious. I love that. That's hilarious. I am ready to tally.
Okay.
If you are ready to ask questions.
I am ready to ask questions. Okay. I'm going to start you off with one that I think is relevant to your interests. Arts and literature. What does the J stand for in author J.K. Rowling's name? Jane, Joseph. Joanne, Jolie, or Judy?
Joanne.
That is correct.
Score.
We're going to stick with arts and literature. On which surface would you find a traditional fresco? A canvas, a piece of pottery, skin, or a wall?
A wall.
Yeah.
Yay. Was that correct? I didn't hear you.
That is correct, yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
I'm also going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line down here because I'll keep track of how many questions there are, so I know how many I got like right and how many there are.
It's a good idea.
Or I'll just mark how many I got wrong and I can add it up at the end like a smart person.
Whatever works for you. Okay. Let's switch this up. Go to another category. We're gonna go to famous firsts. Who was the first human in space? Yuri Gagarin, John Glenn, Alan Shepard, or German Titov?
Yuri Gagarin.
That is correct.
Yeah, because Russia made it first. Go Russia.
They did. Okay, I don't know about that.
No, I don't know about that.
Some of these are actually very like. There are some sort of obscure ones, like sticking with famous firsts.
Okay.
The first credit card was introduced in New York in 1950. What was it? American Express, Bank AmeriCard, Diners Club, or MasterCard?
Oh. I want to say it was Diners Club because that one feels so strange, so I want to say Diners Club.
That's correct.
Yes.
That's correct. It says, although the American Express company was established a century before Diners Club, it specialized in deliveries, money orders, and traveler's checks, didn't enter the credit card industry until 1958, while Diners Club got started in 1950, the credit card. So,
wow, really? Credit cards existed in 1950?
1950.
Diners Club.
First credit card, yeah.
I guess because it was like that machine, right? Where it would just create a carbon copy of the paper.
Probably, yeah. Oh, you definitely know that one. Maybe you don't know this one, though. Still famous first. What was Mickey Mouse's original name? Malachi Mouse, Marvin Mouse, Milton Mouse, or Mortimer Mouse?
Mortimer Mouse.
That's right.
Yeah. Mortimer.
All right, we're going to change over to the grab bag.
Okay.
This one doesn't have any. It's funny. That's too hard, though. Okay.
It's okay. Just ask it. Go ahead.
What do Homer Simpson and Elvis Presley have in common? There's no choices for this.
What?
What do Homer Simpson and Elvis Presley have in common?
Technically, Homer plays guitar, so I could say that. So I'm gonna Do they both get married? No, they get married in Great. I'm gonna say plays guitar.
The answer they were looking for was they both have daughters named Lisa Marie.
Really?
Lisa Marie Presley.
Really? Huh.
Oh
okay, you
God.
get that one.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Here's a fun one. Benjamin Franklin is a member of 14 different halls of fame.
Whoa.
Which of the following is not one of them? So which of these four is Benjamin Franklin not in the Hall of Fame for?
Basketball Hall of Fame.
All right, that one's right. So we'll move on to
Yeah.
Agricultural Hall of Fame, the American Mensa Hall of Fame, International Swimming Hall of Fame, or World Chess Hall of Fame. Which one is he not in? Agricultural, Mensa, International Swimming, or World Chess?
I'm going to say World Chess.
The answer is agricultural. He was in the swimming and World Chess Halls of Fame, but not agriculture.
Oh my! The almanac guy.
Among Franklin's myriad interests and talents, he was an enthusiastic and well-trained swimmer. When he was just a boy, he strapped boards to his hands in an effort to swim faster, effectively inventing the first swim paddles.
Nice. That's cool.
Movie mania. Why don't we switch over to that?
The guy that proposed daylight savings time is not
in the Agricultural
Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Stupid.
Wild time. Okay. There are more than 2,400 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is a similar type of question. Which one of these major Hollywood superstars does not have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Clint Eastwood?
Frank Ramblings.
No, that's the Internet Celebrity Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood, Harrison Ford, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or John Travolta, who is not on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Harrison Ford.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, really? Because I know you have to pay for it. I know, like, you yourself, like, you have to put your star on. Like, you have to pay to be a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or whatever. It just strikes me as Harrison Ford being like, I don't really
Who cares?
But I guess Clint Eastwood would be like, I don't really care.
Make my day.
You know? Yeah. I saw a interview with Tom Hanks recently about Clint Eastwood. He was talking about, like, acting in a Clint Eastwood movie. And he's like, it's like, you just hear quietly behind the camera, okay, go ahead. And that's action.
Oh my God.
And you're like, like, it's time. And then when you do your scene, he's like, okay, that's enough. And you're like, oh. He's like, it's very nerve-wracking.
Wow.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay, let's see. Oh, some of these are too easy. I'm gonna skip a bunch of these. All right, let's go to music to my ears.
Okay. I won't do well at these.
You don't think so?
No, it's always surprising how little I know about music, considering I'm a musician.
Okay. Well, let's see. So, here's an interesting one. Okay. Which of the following did not at one time have a theme composed by John Williams?
Okay.
The Olympics, the Academy Awards, NBC Nightly News, or NBC Sunday Night Football?
Oh, Nightly News?
It's actually
Or
the Academy
football.
Awards. Has never
It
had
is the Academy
a
Awards?
John Williams.
That's-
Although Williams, the second most nominated person in Academy Awards history, he has never composed the music for the show. And actually, I think since this book was published, Williams might be the most nominated person. It says he's the second most after Walt Disney, but I think he's since surpassed Disney. This is from 2012.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then he's definitely.
I think he's surpassed.
I think he's been nominated like 51 times or something.
As of
the
publishing of this book, 2012, he had 47 nominations, and Disney had 59.
Oh,
I think I remember this past Oscar, or maybe one of the past couple of years in the Oscars, that he surpassed that and has had more than 59, so more than Disney, if I'm remembering that correctly. But I'm not going to look it up right now. So, let's look at the pub time category.
Meryl Streep has the most nominations in her category. With 21 total nominations.
I wonder who has the most ever. It's either Disney or John Williams,
I guess. But I guess Disney would be nominated for additional categories.
Of course.
Right?
Yes.
So
right. He would be nominated as a producer
feature,
or as a, in many different categories. Right.
So anyway, okay, please continue.
I shall. Which of the following, this is just fun to say, which of the following sizes of wine bottles is the largest? A fifth?
I thought there was no math, Frank.
Listen to this, though. Which of the following wine bottle sizes is the largest? A fifth? A Magnum? A Methuselah? Or a Nebuchadnezzar?
A Methuselah.
It's a Nebuchadnezzar.
Damn.
A Nebuchadnezzar holds the equivalent of 20 bottles of wine.
Whoa! That's crazy. I thought
Big
Methuselah because Methuselah is the oldest man in the world.
Right.
You know, so, but Nebuchadnezzar was a king, so I guess that makes sense.
King size,
king size, yeah. Shoot.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm equal right now, by the way. Equal right, equal wrong.
What's the number?
10. We've done 10 questions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. So, what country is Red Stripe Lager originally from? The Bahamas,
Jamaica.
Costa Rica, Haiti, or Jamaica?
Jamaica.
Jamaica, man.
I've driven by the plant.
That's right. You've been to Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I went there on my honeymoon.
Oh, we went to different sides of Jamaica.
We sure did, buddy. We sure did.
You went I was on a service trip.
You went for altruistic reasons. I went for relaxing reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a better person than I am.
Same
where
water,
is the oldest tavern in America located? Boston, Jamestown, Virginia, Philadelphia, PA, or Providence, Rhode Island?
Well, Providence feels like a weird, gimme, but I think it's Boston.
You're right. It's the Bell in Hand. Bell in Hand, established in 1795. I used to live just a scant few blocks from the Bell in Hand.
Is the Bell in? I thought it was the Green Dragon. Oh no, Green Dragon's where they planned the revolution.
Right.
JK.
Right.
LOL.
But I mean, they're probably a few years apart. Bell in Hand was established in 1795. I can't imagine the Green Dragon was much after that.
Well, it would have had to have been before that.
That's right. That's right. It would have been before that.
There. But I wonder
but it's not a tavern. It's maybe not a tavern, or it's not continuously up. There's because Union Oyster House, which is the other place that's right there in that same.
It's like 16 something that thing was founded, right? Yeah.
They all have different claims to fame of we're the longest running or longest continuously running or the oldest or first. They have different one of them was started first, but then went away for 100 years and then came back with the same name. They all have different sort of claims to fame, but according to this, oldest tavern in America is Bell in Hand.
The Bell in Hand. We should go there one day.
Green Dragon, I guess, is more of a pub. I don't know, but yes, we should go to Bell in Hand.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna skip all sorts of sports of all sorts. Because I don't think I do very well at that either.
You do whatever you want.
You would probably do better at that than I would. But who co-hosted the first season of American Idol alongside Ryan Seacrest? Brian Dunkelman, Jason Kennedy, Ben Lyons, or Kat Sadler? Kat Sadler.
Kat Sadler.
It is Brian Dunkelman.
Oh, hell if I know that.
Apparently.
Oh, my gosh.
Dunkelman left the show after the first season with his career in ruins.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, that's not me, Michael.
Tom Hanks has been nominated 5
work.
times for Best Actor, Academy Award, and has won twice, but he got his big break on this sitcom in the 80s. Bosom Buddies, Cheers, My Two Dads, or Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss?
Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies. I didn't know that one.
Neither did I.
I was going to say In Living Color, but that wasn't an option and wrong. But I think it was Jim Carrey I was thinking of.
Oh, you might be right, actually. That rings a bell.
Yeah. Bell in Hand. Rings a bell in hand.
Well, there you go.
There it is. It's near your hand. It's close enough.
Okay. Over the course of The Simpsons, now what, 30 years?
30, how old am I? 32 years.
Okay. Did it start the same year you were born? Is that?
A year after me.
Oh, cool. Okay, so over the course of The Simpsons, 32 years, Homer's career path has zigged and zagged. which of the following job descriptions would not show up on his resume? Astronaut, Avon lady, carny, or monorail conductor?
It might be Avon.
That
no,
is
I think
correct.
It's Avon lady.
It's Avon lady.
All right. Yeah.
It was never an Avon lady.
That feels like a missed opportunity.
Yep.
Now.
I know,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It says here, Homer's primary job is as a nuclear power plant safety inspector, but he has tried his hand at many other trades in his long and distinguished career.
Yeah.
He's also been a butler, food critic, garbage commissioner, Quickie Mart employee, village oaf, to name a few. Also, who knew? I don't know why this is here, but Homer Simpson's email address is chunkylover53 at AOL.com.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
So there you go. Who knew? You knew.
You know, if it was out of 4 options, I might have actually been able to pull that one.
I bet you would have.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have any choices. This is a geography question. Are you interested in a geography question with no multiple choice?
Yeah, right. Why not?
What's the only city in the world that's located on 2 continents?
The only city in the world that's located on 2 continents? I don't. That is tough cookies.
Give me a guess. Any guess at all?
Luxembourg. No.
It is Istanbul. Istanbul, Turkey flanks the Bosporus Strait between Asia and Europe.
Was once Constantinople.
That's right.
Now it's just Istanbul. Not Constantinople.
Istanbul? Not
yeah.
Constantinople?
No. That's nobody's business but the Turks,
all right.
Frank. We should probably stop talking about it. Yeah. It's a song for people who don't know what we're talking about. We just don't throw around words like Turks. Yeah. Oh, crazy. Crazy good times.
Okay. This is a fun one. Ever heard of Boring, Maryland? How about Nimrod, Minnesota, or Boogertown, North Carolina? Believe it or not, these are all real towns. Which of the following towns won't you find on a map? Accident, Maryland. Bird on a Wire, Washington. Toad Suck, Alabama. Or Wide Awake, Colorado.
Wide Awake, Colorado?
Believe it or not, that is a real place. Wide Awake is a real place, but it turns out that Bird on a Wire, Washington, no such place. But you can stop in Accident, Maryland, Toadsuck, Alabama, or Wide Awake, Colorado, somehow.
That is so straight. That is so
Right?
strange. Bird on a Wire was the one that I was like, that one has to be real.
Right?
It has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds real. But
What are we going to name the town? Bird on a Wire. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. That's the case there. Okay, so what's the score at the present moment?
I am losing by 1 point to myself. And we are at 9 questions total.
Okay. So,
well, that's not true. That's 10. And math carry the 2.
Sorry,
we're
I
at
thought there would be no
17.
math.
We are at 17 questions altogether.
This
So
one
let's go
also
to 20.
has
Let's do 3 more.
3 more. Okay. I know what I'm going to say for last. Tim, how long is a score of years? 4, 7, 20, or 80?
20 years ago. What are the choices again?
4, 7, 20, or 8?
20.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. When Abraham Lincoln said 4 years ago.
Yeah. No, four score and with 4 score, so he's like, 4 times 2. He's like,
four score means 80.
80.
Because 4 times 20. So 4 score and 7 years ago means 87 years ago, which means 1776.
That's just such a dumb way to.
It's such an overly wordy way of saying it.
I'm glad that's fallen away because that's such an arbitrary way. Just say 87 years.
It's see what you mean.
87 years ago in 1776.
Yeah, but
that
that's
made...
so much less impressive.
It's only iconic because it's in the speech.
Yeah. Well, okay. How many? No, wait, that's math.
Yeah.
You're gonna skip that? Okay. What is Donald Duck's middle name? Oh, I forgot you could do that so well. Gets me every time. Man. What is Donald Duck's middle name? Buzz, Chesterfield, Fauntleroy, or Fitzgerald? Chesterfield?
Yeah.
No, it's Fauntleroy.
Damn.
Fauntleroy is a nice upper-class sounding name befitting a nephew of Scrooge McDuck, who has a fortune estimated at 5 billion quintuplitillion untupluptillion multipatillion impossibillion fantastic $1 trillion. I had to read that because that was...
Wow. So he just slightly edges out Jeff Bezos then.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Wow. Just a little bit.
With a little bit. With a little bit.
With a little bit. With a little bit of luck, I'll get this right.
Let's see.
I think that's last question. Yeah, last question.
Last question.
I either tie myself or lose by 2.
Ooh. Okay. Oh shoot. I had saved one, put one aside that I wanted to ask you as the last question, and then I lost the page. Oh well. Okay. Can you tell me, this is the question, even though I lost it. There's a question and there's a bonus to go with it. And there's no choices, but I trust you on this one. Who speaks the first words in Star Wars?
Oh, C-3PO.
And can you tell me, as close as you can, what that quote is?
This is madness. Will be destroyed for sure.
That's right. Got it.
Yeah.
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 Good work.
Tied myself. Is that right? Is that right? This is madness?
It's that dialogue, but the first words are, "Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?" Yeah, that's right. Did you hear that?
It's that same monologue.
Sure. This is madness.
Yes.
Yeah, I had it flipped in my in my head. But C-3PO.
Yes,
the star of Star Wars.
That's right, yes. Or as they call him here in the book, C-3PO, the droid with the snazzy gold paint job, speaks first.
The snazzy gold paint job.
Snazzy gold paint job. Yep.
All right. That's not how I would describe. He's snazzy.
Not necessarily. No.
Not even. Is it gold? I always thought it was brass.
Oh, it's gold for sure. No stuff.
Interesting.
I always thought. Come on, if you had to describe C-3PO, what color would you say he was?
Yeah, probably gold. Yeah, he's not really brass. I guess he is gold. But sometimes he's so dingy, he looks like brass.
That's definitely true. In episode 4, he looks like he's not as shiny at the beginning anyway, and then he takes that back and he gets all shiny.
His oil bath is good. It feels so good. Anyway, Frank, tell us where the people can... I scored myself out, by the way. I canceled myself out. It's 20 questions and 10 right, 10 wrong.
Okay.
So not too shabby. I would have failed this quiz if I was in school.
Yeah, but you're not. So,
but I'm not. So it's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Frank, where can the people find us?
Well, if you're so inclined, you can head on over to beerwithgeeks.com. That's probably the best place. Beerwithgeeks.com is where you'll find this show and the show notes, and you can find old episodes and all that fun stuff. If you want to support our whole network and see everything that we're doing, we're part of the Thought Bubble Audio Network, so thoughtbubbleaudio.com. So you'll find all of the shows that Tim and I do, and a lot of our friends do as well. All sorts of geeky shows of all different stripes at thoughtbubbleaudio.com. You can find us anywhere podcasts are found: Apple Podcast, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, any podcast app you like. You'll find us there. If you don't find us in the app of your choice, let us know. We'll be there. beerwithgeeks@gmail.com if you want to send us any feedback or show ideas. And if you want to support us, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can go to Thought Bubble Audio on Patreon, patreon.com/thoughtbubbleaudio. For, whatever pocket change you've got, $1 a month, whatever works for you, you can help us out by keeping the lights on, keep all these shows going. Or if that's not an option for you, you can actually send us a rate or review rating or review on iTunes. Does a tremendous amount of help for us. So the Apple Podcasts app would be a great way to support us. Just give us 4 or 5 stars or write up a review if you feel so inclined, and let us know what you think about the show. Those are great ways to support us.
They are a great way, Frank. You're a great way.
You're a great
You're
way.
a great person. Well, thank you. Frank, I'm a little tipsy from my wine. It's great.
Hey, all right, cool.
A little buzzy.
All right, well then I think it's time for Timmy to go to bed, and we should probably say goodnight and say
Cheers.
Cheers.